Hello, Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal and Salam to everyone. Welcome to Captain Classes. In this video, I'll discuss about the runway designator and what all factors actually affect the selection of runway and wind direction. How to understand the wind direction and from which direction the wind is coming actually, and how to number parallel runways and what kind of questions you can experience while giving RTR exam. So all these topics will be covered in this video, so stay tuned till the end. So runway is a defined rectangular area on the land aerodrome which is prepared for the landing and takeoff of the aircraft. So now how these runways are numbered, or you can say how these runway gets its designators, like we say runway 09er, runway 07, runway 08. So how we are getting these runway 10108, whatever it is, how we are getting this runway designator. So these runway designator we are getting from the 1/10 of the whole number from its magnetic north. So basically, if you see, if your aircraft is aligned on the runway 27, then your heading of the aircraft will be around 270. So 1/10 of 270 is 27. So that is how your runway is designated. So here I have given an example here, and you can see from here that I have written runway 25 and runway 07. Here I have made three parallel runways, so we'll discuss about these parallel runways as well, but first we'll discuss about this main runway. So here you can see runway 07 I have written and runway 25 I have written. So if this aircraft is aligning or it is coming to land at this runway 25, then its heading will be around 252. It will be around 250 approximately. It can be 1-2 degree offset from the 250, that can be considered. So here 252 is the heading of the aircraft. So 1/10 of the 252 is 25. So here runway is 25. And as we go on the other side, you can see here that runway, it is the aircraft is maintaining a heading of 071, and 071 means if you get the 1/10 of 071, then you will get 07. So this is how your runway designators are given. So it is not like randomly, you are not giving any designator, you are not giving just a number by your own theory. There is a proper theory. That means if you are giving runway 25, that means while landing the aircraft will be maintaining a heading of 250, or you can say near to 250. In the same case here 07, so if you say the aircraft is at landing at 07, so that means the aircraft's heading will be around 070 approximately. So here you can see this picture, you can take as a reference, and sometimes in the exam they ask you to draw a runway of suppose 07 and 25. So how to get the other run? Suppose they say, okay, you have to draw a runway 07. So you will draw a runway of 07 like this in this direction, and you can take this angle which is around 070, and you will make a runway. Now they will say what is the opposite side of the runway. So what you have to do is you have to add 18 from on 07, then you will get 25. That means the other runway will be 25. So now if suppose the examiner says that you have to draw runway 25, suppose you have drawn this runway 25, and now examiner is saying that draw the opposite runway. So what you have to do is you have to consider one thing. Here you cannot add 18, or you can say if you add 18 it will go more than 36. So here what we will do, we have to take the reference of this number. If this number is more than 18, if this number is more than 18, then you can deduct 18. That means if this number 25 is more than 18, 18 is 18, so 25 this number 25 is more than 18, that means we can subtract 18, and when you subtract 18 you will get 07. So now here in this case 07, it is less than, or you can say equals to, less than 18. Then in this case I can add 18. So here it is 07, so I'll add 18 and I'll get runway 25. So you have to make sure that here in this example I have taken north in the upside. So this is north is always considered at 0. So here it is 0, and according to that I have drawn these runways. Sometimes the examiner will change the direction of north. He will say the north is not at upward, it is at this east side. Suppose instead of writing it, or instead of giving north in the upside, it will give you at the 90 degree. That means it is this the simplest form. I will put north in the 000 degree, or you can say north I'll put in the upward direction, whereas in an exam he will give you north will not be in the upward direction, it will be in another direction. So in that case you have to take reference from that north, and that north will be considered at 000, and from 000 you have to take the reference and you have to draw the runway. So in this case this will be applicable only when the north is in the upward direction. If north is in the different direction, so accordingly the runway designate or this direction will be changed. Generally in exam they will try to get your basic things clear, that whether you know this thing, we have to take the reference from the north, or you are just taking it hypothetically and you are just drawing the runway as considering that north is always remains in the upside. So they will give you a challenging condition in which north will not be at the upward direction, it will be in the different direction. So you have to take that thing and consider that direction at a 000, and you have to draw a different, or you can say in that case the runway will be of different orientation. This 0725, it is as per this north direction. If the north direction is in different direction, so in that case this will be totally different. So now here you can see, here I have drawn 3 runways. You can see all these 3 runways are parallel runway, all are 0725, 0725, 0725. So first let's consider that we have only 2 parallel runways. We will not consider this runway, we will consider only these 2 parallel runways. So now we have 0725 and 0725. So now we can use left and right. So you can see here, if I am approaching for runway 07, so runway 07 is here also and this side also. So we can say that this runway is on the left side and this runway is on the right side. So I will write Lima here and Romeo here. Now in this case, when I am going for 25, so now if I am going like this, so on the left side it is, this runway is on the left side and this runway is on the right side. So this will go, or this will become 25 Romeo or 25 right, and this 25 Lima. We don't say 25 Romeo, we say 25 right and 25 left. Now this was the condition in which we have 2 parallel runways. Now we'll consider this runway as well. So now I'll again rub all these designators, only 25 and 07 is written here. Now in this case you can see 3 runways are there. Now I'm coming from coming and maintaining a heading of 071, and in this case I'll see we have 3 runways. So this is the left runway, obviously this is the right runway, and this is at the center, so we'll write C. Same goes if I'm coming from 25 and we are maintaining and we are landing at 25, or we are taking off from 25. So in that case also, this is on the left side, this is on the right side, and this is on the center. So this is how your runway designators are given. So this can also be asked in the exam, that if we have 3 parallel runways, so what we'll do and how to designate those 3 parallel runways. So now you I guess you have understood how we have given left, right and center. So just go through all these things, because sometimes examiner has asked that you have to draw the runway with markings and numbers. I've seen people have written 07 instead of here, they have written 07 here, and 25 they have written here. So that is wrong. So you have to write down 07, and make sure when suppose you are writing 07, So this is runway 07. Obviously, if I'm approaching from this side, so I'm maintaining, or I'm going for runway 07. So in this case, you have to make sure when I'm approaching for runway 07, I should see this figure in the upright condition. It should not be in the. So if I write like this 07, or if I write like 07 and Charlie. Correct, it is written 07 Charlie, but if I am going from this direction, obviously if I am landing at 07 runway, so I have to come from the maintaining heading of 071, and I have to come from this side, from the left side of the runway, you can say from the this side I have to approach. So now I am approaching, I cannot see this 07, I cannot see this 07, it appears something different. So it should, that means this is wrong, you have written wrong thing and wrong orientation you have used. So in this case, this will be the correct orientation, it should be in the upright if I am approaching for this runway. Same goes for this, if I am approaching from this runway, so I will see this in the upright condition. So this way it is better. And I have seen some people, we have written instead of 25 here and 07 here, they have written 25 Charlie, and they have written 07 Charlie. So now if we see that I am coming from this direction, I am landing at runway 07. So if I see this, it is in the upright, but you have written 07 at the wrong place, because when you are approaching for the runway, you will see this part first, not that part first. So when you are approaching from the runway, so this part should be containing 07. So that way you will understand where to write down 07 and in which orientation. So 07 has to be written in this part and in this orientation as well. That means it should be in the upright position. So here also I make the correction. So this will be 25 Charlie. Now runway selection depends upon few factors. First of all, wind direction, in which direction the wind is. So first of all, what we have to consider is we should keep the wind in, or you can say we should keep, or we should use that particular side of the runway in which we are getting the maximum headwind. Second, the type of approach you want for that particular aircraft. So type of approach, that particular aircraft wants ILS approach, and out of these two runway, only one runway is having ILS. In that case, we have to go with that particular runway which is having ILS. Type of aircraft, which type of aircraft it is. Suppose we have three runways here, and each runway is having a different length. The length of runways are different, and suppose we are having a different intersecting runway or some other kind of runway we have. So in all those cases, we have to select, if we have to select the one runway, so in that case we have to consider what kind of aircraft it is going to land. So as per that aircraft, we will use that particular runway which is having sufficient amount of length. Suppose we are having a 380, so 380 needs more length compared to 737. So that has to be considered while landing or while giving a runway for the aircraft which is landing or taking off. Suppose for takeoff also 380 needs more length of runway, whereas 737 doesn't need that much length of runway. Next is, it also depends on traffic conditions, what kind of traffic conditions we have. So in that case also sometimes we have to select the runway as per the traffic condition, what kind of traffics we have. And the last one is sun, because sun also impairs the visibility. Even I have seen few questions in which while taking off you are getting a sunlight directly hitting you on your eyes. So that in that condition you cannot land, or you cannot take off, because you need to see the length while taking off. You need to see the full length of the runway, and also the takeoff path, whether it is clear or not. And if on the exactly on the takeoff path the sun is there, so that will actually not giving you that will actually impairs your visibility, and you will not be able to see the full length of runway and also the takeoff path. So in that case also you have to consider the runway selection. So that also depends upon the sun position. Now I'll tell you about the wind direction, that is very important. So if I say, if I am using, so if I say I'm using, I want, or suppose the ATC has selected runway 07 for my aircraft. So this is my runway 07. So ATC has taken or given me 07 for my aircraft as per my everything means type of aircraft and type of approach. So 07 is active for all the traffic which is actually reaching to that particular airport. So now how we have to select 07? Why ATC had selected 07? Why not we have the ATC has selected 25? Suppose we have ISN on the both ends. We have no sunlight impairing the visibility. Sun is at the suppose at the top of the sky at 0, or you can say at 12 o'clock position. So in that case is not at all affecting the visibility of the captain while takeoff or landing. So why the captain or why the ATC has selected 07 runway for landing? So that depends upon the wind direction. So what we need wind in this direction, because we need headwind for the aircraft which is approaching or which is taking off. So now here in this case, what you think what wind direction it is? Generally what we see, that suppose aircraft is going in this direction. If the aircraft is going in this direction, we say this heading is 071, like in this I have taken this reference. So 071 is the direction of the aircraft movement. The wind direction doesn't depends on the direction towards which it is moving. Wind direction depends upon from which direction it is coming. So if this is the observer and you know north is at this side, so from which direction it is coming? It is coming from 071. Otherwise, if you see the direction where it is going, so it is actually 25. So if you say that wind direction, what will be the best wind direction for this runway 07, then it will be 070, because that will give you a perfect headwind for that particular aircraft which is using runway 07. Now question comes like when you are approaching for the ATC has given you a clearance for runway 25 and you monitored the aircraft which actually landed just now. He reported wind 07. So you have got the clearance for runway 25. Suppose you are taking off and ATC has given you a taxi clearance for runway 25. But while monitoring when you're moving, you also monitor the ATC's frequency or tower's frequency. So while monitoring that frequency, you monitored that aircraft which just landed. He experienced wind from 07 direction. That means correction. He has experienced the wind from 070. That means this is the wind direction which I have just drawn. So in this case, the aircraft will experience, if the aircraft will depart from this position or this runway, so it will get the tailwind, and which is not at all good for the aircraft which is departing, because it will take more length of the runway to get the proper airflow. So in that case, it will, if I use runway 27 or correction, if I use runway 25, I'll use more length of runway and there are chances that I may not took off before the end of the runway. So in that case, to overcome that situation, what we can request for runway 07 as because we have monitored one traffic which landed, he experienced wind from 070. Even I also got that same question in my time, and still they are asking this kind of situations. So examiner can ask you what is wind direction, what do you mean by wind direction. So suppose if it is saying ki this is the wind direction, this is the runway, and from this direction the wind is coming. So what is the wind direction? So in this case you can say wind direction is 070. Approximately, obviously, if you will give, I will not give the exact thing, but you can give the approximate value. So whenever it says okay, the wind direction is 250, so what do you mean by 250 wind direction? So you will draw the lines of winds in this direction. You will say this is known as 250. So that means if this is the point, you can say observing point, and this is north, the wind is coming from this direction, which is around 250. This can be somewhere 250. It is not this is not exactly 250, but obviously, so if you calculate the angle which it is making from the north, it is 250. So this is how it is given, wind direction. Now, if wind is coming from, suppose this is the runway, and it is wind is coming from this direction. So here in this case, this wind is divided into two components. So this will be the cross wind component, and this will be the, if the runway, if I am using is 07, so in this case this will be headwind component, and crosswind component. So sometimes question have I've seen these questions that they are saying the crosswind component is too strong. So when the crosswind component is too strong, that means this component is very strong, and or you can, the questions can come that you have a very strong crosswind. So that means the wind is actually not this, wind is actually straight in the cross direction. So in this case also, this is the condition in which the aircraft cannot depart. So strong crosswind actually tells you that this component or this wind is out of limit of your aircraft configuration. Means the crosswind component, it doesn't mean that whenever you have a crosswind component or you have a crosswind, your aircraft cannot depart. There is a limit for each and every aircraft, that 20 knots is the limit or 30 knot is the limit. That depends upon the aircraft to aircraft. So that depends upon the aircraft to aircraft, and if the crosswind component is strong or the crosswind is strong, so in that case also you cannot depart from this runway and also from this runway, because in both the cases the crosswind is there. So then you have to request for alternate runway. Then you have to request for another runway which is actually available if it is given in the question. If it is not given in the question, you can take hypothetical runway. You can see here 25 is given. So the other runway you can take is 09. That can work. So that way it can you can solve this situation. Or you can straightway say that request alternate runway. Why? Because if you don't know the runway, so you can say simple, you can request for alternate runway because of strong wind crosswind component, or you can say strong crosswind. If examiner says no, you have to give the runway, which runway you want, so in that case you can request hypothetically. It may just make sure that it should be less than, or you can say more than 25. It should be having at least 20-30 degrees of difference from the actual runway. So this is how it should be done, and I hope you have understood all the topics which I have explained in this. So I'll just give you a revision. I have told you about the what is runway, how these runway are designated, how to designate the parallel runways, and I have also discussed what are the factors which can affect the runway, and most importantly I have explained this runway markings. So in these runway markings, you can say this part is given, you can say this is runway threshold. That means from this point the runway is starting, and this is the touchdown markings. You can see here 3 stripes on the left side and 3 stripes on the right side. That means this is the touchdown marking, and then you will get these strong white markings on the other side of the runway center line. This is the center line. So this will be on the both sides, from this runway also or this runway also. I haven't drawn for all the runways. I have already I have only drawn for this side of the runway 07. This is the aiming point. That means while landing you have to aim for this particular point, and you will touch at this particular area. So this is very important in exam. If an examiner asks you to draw the runway, so that is very important to make sure. Make sure you, whatever you are writing 0725, it should be in the correct orientation. So I will explain how to write and where to write the runway designator, and what are the, and how to interpret the wind direction. If I say the wind direction is 070, how, and now you know that wind direction 070 means that wind is coming from this direction, and now you know how this all is done and how to tackle all these situations related to runway and wind. I'll cover the more topics of runway, and there are so many things on the runway again, and we'll cover in the next video. So stay tuned with my channel and fly high. Thank you so much.